It is I, Edgar Allan Poe. This is my deceased wife and cousin, Virginia, and I shall be reading an excerpt from my poem, The Raven. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping. As for some one gentle rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. Ah, distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden who the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken sad and certain rustling of each purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor," entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. That it is, and nothing more. I am Edgar Allan Poe, and I deserve to win because I'm Edgar Allan Poe, and I suffered so immensely.
Hi, my name is Maya Angelou, and I'm here to read a sample of my poem, I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. Well, one day I was wondering why the cage bird sings so much when I want to sleep. Well, I finally found the answer. The free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream to the current ends and dips his wings in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But the bird that stalks down his narrow cage, the one I was talking about, can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, and he opens his throat to sing. The cage bird sings with fearful thrill of the things unknown but longer for still, and its tune is heard on the distance heretofore. The cage bird sings of freedom. This was a sample of my poem, and I hope you enjoyed it. And think about it. What is the real meaning of the cage bird, and why we all have a cage bird inside of us, and we always find a way to feel free, so we sing. Thank you very much.
Tony Stacks here, gonna read you my poem, State of Mind. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you won't. If you'd like to win but don't think you can, it's almost a cinch that you won't. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. For out in the world you'll find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in a state of mind. For many a game is lost, ere even a play is run. And many a coward fails, ere even his work is begun. Think big and your deeds will grow. Think small and you'll fall behind. Think that you can and you will. It's all in a state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You gotta think high to rise. You gotta be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger and faster man, but sooner or later the man who wins is the one who thinks he can. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Plax. I am a poet. Although most say I'm not as skilled as my husband Ted Hughes. I have 2 children, a boy and a girl. My husband left me for another woman while my children were young. I was depressed. I didn't want to live, so I committed suicide. When a million filaments, the peanut crunching crowd, shoved into the sea, then wrapped me hand and foot. The big striptease, gentlemen and ladies, these are my hands, my knees, and I may be skin and bones, nevertheless I am still the identical woman. The first time it happened, I was 10. It was an accident. The second time I meant it, to last it out and never to come back at all. I rocketed shot as a seashell. They had to call and pick the worms off me like sticky pearls. Dying is an art like everything else. I do it exceptionally well.